Tonight on Fact or Fake, Paranormal Files. Former FBI agent Ben Hansen leads his group of investigators as they uncover the secrets behind the best and most baffling paranormal footage ever captured. Whoa. They'll break down every clip and put each case to the ultimate test.
I think it could be easily manipulated.
As they try to recreate the world's most mysterious footage.
Oh my God!
Through a series of incredible experiments using cutting-edge technology, they'll determine once and for all if each case is fact.
Hey, we just found some bones!
Or fake.
Oh my
Wow, we
God!
both were wrong.
Oh my goodness!
There's a flying saucer. In the series of lights right there.
Oh my God! What the heck is happening?
Kill the lights! My name's Ben Hansen.
Maintain silence unless you see something on camera.
I've been investigating the paranormal since I was 10 years old growing up in Utah. I used to be in the FBI, but after I left the Bureau, I took my paranormal investigations to the next level. 3 years ago, I set up a team to join me in my search for the truth. When we evaluate the videos that are sent to us, we ask the following questions. Is the footage compelling? Is the witness credible? And can we test it? Together with my team, we're out to solve whether these cases are fact or fake. Okay, guys, I'm excited about these clips. I want to see what we've all brought to the table today.
All right, guys, I got a really good video. It's from Connecticut. It's actually considered a ghost town. It's most famous for its haunted forest. He's claiming it's a ghost.
A ghost?
From the legends and theories of the area. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the video, and tell me what you guys think.
Okay.
Okay, watch along the tree line.
Oh, there it goes. It's right there, yeah. Like a dark shadow. Did you see it? Ben, pull it back. Pull it
Actually,
back.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like this.
Here, it's like he's a very, very light, shadowy figure right there, right?
No way.
It almost looks like he has limbs when he crosses this section. Okay,
here.
wait, 1 second. The thing that concerns me with this video is that this guy is all worked up. You know, he's breathing heavily, and it's almost like he's anticipating it to come out.
No. What is that? No way.
Well, maybe he already saw it. He went and grabbed his camera, and then he, was shooting, and then it crossed again.
You would think that's how it would happen.
I can see a lot of CG in that video being a huge possibility. I'm with Jalon. I think it's faked, and I think it could be easily manipulated.
Okay, let's move on. How about Bill? What do you have?
I have got an alien abduction case out of Florida, and this is a couple that have claimed they've had alien visitations and abductions repeatedly. In this case, they got video.
Okay, it's moving. So is this a surveillance camera?
Yes, in their bedroom, because that's where the visitations have been happening. So they set up a surveillance cam in their room.
I see something walking in.
And this is a time-lapse video, so
wow.
the frame rate is going to be stuttering.
Where is this at, Bill?
Florida. It's not an alligator.
It doesn't look that clear, and to me, it looks like it could be a kid. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't walk into the room completely. It looks like it's just poking its head in and turning around or just staying there.
Larry, what do you think of the video itself?
It's kind of unclear, and it never fully enters the room. I mean, it could be something on a broomstick that somebody's poking in there,
I mean, the fact that we're discussing it so much, this is a really intriguing video. I would love to investigate this. I want more background on these people, exactly what happened to them.
I personally say faked, but I say with more research, take it from there.
I don't want to completely throw this out for now.
Okay.
But at the same time, we don't have quite enough to work off of. So.
All right, let me try to get a little more information on the family's background and the location and see if there are any other similar occurrences in the area.
I have a ghost car. We have a ghost car in Savannah, Georgia, slightly outside in a town called Garden City. This tape was shot from a video camera mounted inside the police car. Now, he was pursuing a vehicle which was doing some very erratic maneuvers, and it ends in a very strange way. Here you go. It starts out like a normal pursuit. It turns into high speed. I mean, this guy is really clocking it. And here he's swerving back and forth, kind of doing strange maneuvers. He does this U-turn. There's this point where the officer following him, makes that U-turn, and he's far, far up ahead of him. A lot of people are saying that that's something extraordinary that the car takes off that quickly. Now watch this part. He comes down the dirt road. The officer's still following pretty closely at this point, but you'll see as he turns left, he loses sight of it. Officer turns around, follows, boom.
Now he's on the other side of the fence.
What? Wow.
You see him turn here. This is in slow motion. He turns off to the left, hard left. He pulls his car around, and boom, the officer has to stop because there's a fence right in the way. And the ghost car is on the other side of the fence.
There wasn't a gate?
No, this is a solid fence all the way around.
See, that's creepy. That gives me the chills.
Now, this video has over 5 million hits online.
Wow.
Okay.
So a lot of people have seen it, but it's never been investigated.
This is from a law enforcement officer's car. I'm sold.
Yeah, good eyewitness, good video. I didn't see the gate. I didn't see how it went through that fence.
Maybe
Yeah, it's a good case.
Maybe the fence is ghost. It's a ghost fence.
Ghosty ghost fence.
Ghosts all over.
So we have a good witness. We've got an actual physical, tangible location with hardware, the fence, the car, everything that we can do a lot of experiments with. That's why I think we should go investigate it.
I want to go.
I would really like to go as well.
Looks like we found our first case. Jael, what else do you have for us?
I actually found a pretty interesting case. It takes place in the UK. A woman named Tanya Pittman. She has kids, and her kids keep claiming that they're hearing noises coming from the bedrooms.
Wait. From the parents' bedroom?
No, from their bedroom.
Okay, gotcha. Continue, I'm sorry.
So one night, her 12-year-old son hears whistling coming from one of the bedrooms. He gets freaked out, and he picks up his cell phone, turns on the camera, runs upstairs, and he captures a shadow. Oh, God!
Sorry to get all up in your business, but see how it jumps?
Oh, yeah.
And
I can see it
again-
being reflected on this wall instead of saying...
I'm saying that there's a light over here, and there's somebody walking across out of camera, out of frame that we can't see, and it's casting a shadow across here. It looks like it's coming this way, but in fact, it's being projected here across this and then against that wall.
Do you think there's enough to go on here?
No.
I gotta say no.
Sorry, Jael.
I know, I've been completely outnumbered on this one.
I have some UFO footage that was shot by Jeff Willis of Arizona. If you play it, you'll see that there's some unusual movement of these lights in the sky.
Okay.
So why don't you roll it?
All right, here we go.
So I think, whoa, I'm getting a series of lights right there. I got it. It's moving. You got it, Pat? Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, right, not bad.
Whoa. But I was just doing a little bit of research and I found there are a bunch, a whole lot of eyewitnesses that actually saw this event and none of them could describe what they were.
So there's a military base close to this area.
Luke Air Force Base, yes.
Well, then how do we know that it's not just some normal flight pattern for some of these planes?
It could be, and it could be coincidental that it happens to show up just when these lights appeared in the sky.
Some of these sightings have been looked into before, and they end up just being military flares. Is that maybe what we're seeing right here?
As a matter of fact, I got footage of military flares being dropped. I want to come up and I want to point out some just very obvious differences here. So go ahead and play it and look at the characteristics. These things drop straight to the ground.
Yeah, it looks nothing
the
like
gravity just drops. Even there's a little parachute on them. They just plummet. These don't.
Isn't this place called the UFO parking lot?
I never heard that particular one, but I wouldn't doubt they would call it that.
The guy who's filming this sounds genuinely excited. I mean, it doesn't sound like he's faking this.
I'm liking this.
We've got very compelling video. We have a credible witness who has a lot of experience in UFO documentation. Plus, we have a lot to work with as far as the experiments. Jael and Austin, you come with me to Savannah.
I love it.
We'll do the ghost car investigation. And Bill, Larry, and Shilon, you guys head out to Arizona to do these lights.
Sounds good.
It's a plan.
All right, let's pack up, huh?
Pack up, guys.
All right.
Coming up on Fact or Faked Paranormal Files.
As I turned in, the only thing I see is taillights on the other side of the fence.
4 lights appeared near these mountains right here.
Begin hyperjump.
Absolutely insane. Wow, we both were wrong.
Did you hear that? I'm thinking if we go go to Arizona. Maybe we could do some experiments.
We have a ghost car in Savannah, Georgia. I think we should go investigate it.
We're in Savannah, Georgia, one of the most haunted cities in America.
I've seen this video quite a few times now, and it's going to be the first time we're going to be able to meet the actual officer who was in that car.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. I'm sure that must have been quite an adrenaline rush.
I think there he is right there.
Let's do it.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How y'all doing today?
Good.
Glad to meet you.
We are so excited to be here. What I would love to do is to take you back to that night, and I was thinking that maybe you could take us on a ride and show us the exact route that you guys took.
Love to.
All right.
Yeah.
Should we go ride? So is this where it started, right here?
Yeah, this is where it actually started. This is where I noticed him weaving in the roads. You could see him hitting the lane markers and the fog light. And right about here is where I hit the blue lights and he hit the gas and off we went to the races. Right here is where he actually made a U-turn. I pulled up into his driver's door. At that point, he shot on around me, and it took me a second to get around as he was accelerating up Old Louisville Road here.
So there was a split second where you don't have him in sight, and the next thing you know, he's far up the road.
That's correct.
Would you say that he took off at an unusually quick speed?
I was surprised that it was able to accelerate that fast. We hung to the right here on 307, but when he come around, and as I turned in, the only thing I see is taillights on the other side of the fence. And I says, no, he didn't do that, but he did it.
I'd actually like to take a closer look at this fence.
Obviously, like I said, the fence has been changed. At the time, didn't have the gate and stuff, but this fence would have been on the back side of this pole.
And did you actually come up and inspect these brackets and these
I came up
ties?
and checked the fence where the car went through, and these were missing.
Could you actually tell me that you witnessed him going through the fence?
I can't say I seen it.
I mean, in the paranormal realm, it would either have to be something extremely paranormal happened, or the only other option is that this car had to go under, through, or possibly launch over that fence.
Correct.
Well, I think that about does it. We really appreciate your time. And
no problem.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
I think we've got two different things going on here, and one is the very logical, hard, tangible stuff we need to test, and the other paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd like to get back to doing the tangible. We've got a stunt guy, and he's going to be setting up some of these experiments that we talked about.
Awesome.
So we're going to do it? All righty, let's go. Hey, Michael.
Dan, how are you?
Good. You ready to do this?
We are absolutely ready to play.
So what we got set up here?
We have the officer behind us. It's going to be the chase car.
How you doing? Sergeant Myers, Dr. Call me Sean. You've got the roads blocked off.
We
correct?
do, both in all four directions.
All four
so
directions.
We're just going to leave this parking lot and do our first U-turn.
Okay.
And then do some supernatural speeding.
Nice. Well, Jael and I will be using some new radar guns. We're going to be testing the speeds further down the road. We'll see what happens.
Cool.
I'm just kidding. It's a bad habit. Yes.
So we're about ready to start our first experiment, which is the U-turn experiment. In the ghost car video, the ghost car takes this U-turn and takes off at what some would say is a supernatural speed, leaving the officer wondering where he went. So we've got our own stunt car, looks almost exactly like our ghost car, and we got a professional driver that'll be executing these U-turns, and we have our own chase vehicle, which is a police department vehicle, which Austin will be riding shotgun.
I've been with Ben in the group from the start, from the very beginning. I mean, my background's in biology, but I'm also a thrill seeker. I love an adrenaline rush that usually always puts me right in the center of the action, and I absolutely love it.
If our stunt car can duplicate the U-turn and get the same distance away, that would help to go further explain that maybe this wasn't a paranormal event after all.
All right, so we're at the shoulder of the road right now. We've got the whole road shut down, cops, everybody's at a standstill. And we are ready to do our U-turn at the moment.
I'm currently riding shotgun in the front seat of our buddy Sean, who's an officer of Garden City Police Department. We're getting ready to try our first experiment. My heart's starting to race, blood's starting to boil. We're going to be doing a high-speed pursuit, trying to reenact the exact video that we have. We have cameras in the car, we have cameras on the car, we got cameras everywhere, seeing if we can get every angle and prove to see if this is something paranormal or something that we can make happen.
Michael is gunning to go.
Like he's ready to go.
He is ready to do this. We're on this other side of the ditch, just in case things get out of control. We're not in the way.
Or so we don't die.
So we don't die.
Yeah.
Yep, we're ready.
So we're about ready to start our first experiment. If our stunt car can duplicate the U-turn, maybe this wasn't a paranormal event after all.
3, 2, 1, go!
Up to 50 miles an hour now. I'm really worried that we're not going to be able to duplicate this disappearing U-turn. We're trying to duplicate some very specific maneuvers, which makes it very risky and very dangerous.
Follow somebody in a normal pursuit, Sean?
Yeah, about this distance.
Have you ever lost anybody in a U-turn? Have you ever seen a car disappear while making a U-turn?
Once or twice.
He's swerving like in the video, hitting 56. Let's get out of the way. That's it.
He is definitely out of sight right now. He has nowhere to be seen. We're going to see if we can catch him. There he is coming out in front. See glimpses of his tail. I can barely make out a little bit of red. This is exactly how it looks in the video. About this far away, kind of some dramatic driving. Absolutely insane.
All right.
That is what I'm talking about.
All right.
We seriously looked almost just like the video. We definitely got the footage we needed.
I mean, you got the T just right.
You're hitting like on a dime, and I think we got what we needed from it.
Super. Let's go into the fence.
Let's do the fence.
All right.
Let's make it happen. We'll follow you there.
Cool.
That is what
See
I'm
you
talking
there.
about.
One of the most prevalent theories is that the car hit a ditch before getting to the fence, and it somehow launched it up and over it. Right here, we've got this ramp that's been built up, and we've got our fence, and we're going to see if we can do it. The fence is exactly 6 feet high, just like our other fence that we had, and it's about, 10 feet from the ramp. So Officer Daniels talked about the car going about 40 miles an hour. That's what we're going to have Mike do. He's going to go out, come hit this thing about 40 miles an hour, and hopefully he's going to clear this thing.
Mike, how dangerous is a stunt like this?
I do have a lucky coin on, so as long as I've had it on, I've never been hurt.
Ready? Here we go.
Michael, ready? And 3, 2, 1.
27, 31, 33, 36.
He made that. He didn't even take that fence out.
Wow.
Yes!
Oh, hey! Hey, Mike! How are you? Are you okay?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yep.
You all right?
You flew! The car's hardly even dented.
Okay, now that you're finished, do you think that somebody without all the equipment and all the safety gear could have gotten over something like this without getting hurt?
No, they would have definitely gotten hurt.
Okay.
Let's get this man out.
Yeah, look at this fence, guys.
Unbelievable. The fact is that in the original location, there was a small ditch. There was nothing even comparable to a man-made, set-up, perfect ramp.
I think we've proven it's possible, but how possible, correct?
Yeah, I think we need to keep trying a few more tests because I don't think this is what occurred.
So we're here in front of a fence that is almost exactly the same height. I mean, I'm 6'6", this thing's about 6 feet, same as the old fence we had over there. And what we're going to do is remove some of the fasteners on the fence, which Officer Daniels said were missing. You can see up here where we've got it secured, it's really sturdy, really rigid. But down on the bottom, we've taken off the bottom fastener, and what we're going to do is drive the car through it and hope that the fence will come up and let the car slide underneath it and come right back down, just like in the video. So hopefully he'll hit between 30 and 40 miles an hour, just like he did in the video.
Like I said, there's many variables, but if we've calculated this correctly...
Well, if he goes straight through, we've pretty much debunked the myth of the ghost car, haven't we?
I've been a journalist and a reporter. I traveled the world with Josh Gates on Destination Truth. What I love about being on this team is that I can really use my skills to get to the bottom of some of the craziest paranormal cases out there. Looks like we're about ready to go.
All right.
To do is drive the car through it and hope that the fence will come up and let the car slide underneath it.
3, 2, 1, go!
What do we do with that?
I don't know. There goes that theory.
The posts are definitely still in place, yet the whole top of the fence came off the top rung. I honestly did not expect that to happen.
We just watched a stunt car driver, Mike, in the ghost car, take off, hit the fence doing about 25. However, it did not go really as we had planned. The whole fence popped off, nothing stayed. Apparently either the fence wasn't stable enough, wasn't put together, or who knows, maybe it's just impossible.
Should we see if it's salvageable?
Absolutely.
Okay, you gotta hoist it up and then move these.
We are going to hoist this fence back up and attempt the experiment one more time. But Ben, I think this time what we might want to do is actually have 4 fence fasteners instead of 2.
I agree.
Because we don't know how much strength the old fence had.
Maybe that'll keep it from...
Right, I think
the whole
2
thing
on
coming
each end this time instead of 1.
So what we realized is what made this fence fall is these top caps popped off. And that happened because we took off too many of these fasteners. So what we're going to do is go back and put a few more of these on, and hopefully it'll keep everything intact. Right about here, do you think?
Maybe a little bit higher, even.
I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
Time to go another run.
All right. This is our last try to get the ghost car to go through the fence. If we can't pull this off and debunk it, then I do not have a reasonable explanation on how this car got through the fence. Maybe the whole ghost car event was paranormal.
Michael, ready? In 3, 2, 1.
There it is.
I think this is a key piece of evidence right here. This could be our answer.
So, yeah, I couldn't believe it. No, yeah, we have a lot of notes to compare. So how was it?
So we just got back from Georgia.
Well, tell us about it.
So what happened?
What's up?
So our third experiment was to try to get our car to go through the fence. Watch what happened.
Michael, ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Wow. It's good.
Wow.
Can you believe that?
It opens like a theater curtain. Oh my gosh.
And goes down just in time to not even detect any movement from it. Here we go, side by side. His final turn, he turns left. Fence goes up. Goes down. There's the fence.
Completely intact, not even moving.
By the time the officer turns around, Officer Daniels sees the fence just as it comes down and stops moving. We catch the taillights at about the same point.
Tell me that's not what happened. That's it.
Is there any question that that's, you know, what happened that night?
I don't think there's anything ghostly about that.
Altogether, you would say there was nothing paranormal about this case.
Finally an answer.
Thanks to you guys.
Ghost car case closed.
So the Savannah ghost car, nothing paranormal about that one. Bill, how did the Arizona Lights case go?
Well, with Arizona Lights, we had compelling video and a seemingly credible witness, and we came up with some great ideas on how we create the footage.
Whoa, I'm getting a series of lights right there. I got it. It's moving. You got it, Pat?
Yeah. Damn it. Here's what happened. Jeff.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Hey, good.
Maybe we can start off by you telling me about the circumstances that you were in when you shot that video.
Me and my friend, we decided we were going to do a video on UFOs, documentary. Actually went over here near these mountains right here at about 7 o'clock, and then all of a sudden 4 lights appeared, and the light on the far right disappeared and skipped in front of the remaining 3.
Let me ask you, I know that we're really close to Lucas Air Force Base. Is there any chance at all that those lights that you saw could be military flares?
The next day I called Luke Air Force Base, and they said not only were they not dropping flares, but they had no planes up at the time.
Is there any way that we can take this camera from you?
Yeah.
Jeff, great meeting you. Thanks for coming out here. Right now, we're headed to the area that Jeff Willis recorded the video that brought us into this case. We're going to set up a base camp, and we're going to conduct a series of experiments to see if we can recreate what we saw on tape.
Let me grab the gear bag here.
Here's the laser.
Thank you. What we're going to do is just set up a pane of glass, and we're going to shoot lasers in it and show that anyone can actually do this very simple experiment and put lights in the sky at a specific time of day and record it. I'm a TV journalist, and I love photography, which comes in really handy when I'm analyzing photos and videos during my paranormal research. Now, I'm a natural-born skeptic, and I think that my experience will help me determine if these lights are an optical hoax or the real deal.
That's going to be the camera's point of view. And so right over that second peak, in between the first peak and the second peak, we want to see those lights going on and off, on and off. I'm a video specialist during the day, but my real love is paranormal research, which I've been doing for 15 years. My background does help me catch hoaxes, like some people think in this case, jumping lights. When you think about the height of the glass, it's like, it can be from here to here. We don't want this glass to slip. We don't have another pane, so it's...
Don't tell me that.
Grab that in. I'll grab this in. Okay, very good.
Wow, guys, this is some setup.
I think we should hunker down for a little while, let the sun dip down below the horizon, and let's resume the experiment. It looks just like what we have in Just Video. It's like we've got just enough ambient light. It looks just like what we have in Just Video. We only have a small window of opportunity. No pun intended.
I'm going to turn on the camera so we can go ahead and try to get the same angle that we saw in Jeff's video on May 12th. I have always loved the paranormal. I carried that love for the paranormal all the way into college where I met Ben. He asked me to join the group as the effects specialist, and it was a no-brainer. Easiest decision I've ever made.
We're only going to have a couple of minutes for this. I'm going to use the green wavelength, which is the more powerful of the two between the red and the green.
All right.
You ready, Larry?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, on.
What we're going to do is just set up a pane of glass, and we're going to shoot lasers in it and show that anyone can actually do this very simple experiment and record it.
All right. You ready, Larry?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, on.
All right.
Can you see it?
I see it, actually,
Okay,
very well.
Let me look through your viewfinder.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
All right. Look at
There
that.
it is. There it is.
It looks really
There it
convincing.
is.
With both sides of the pane, it's making 2 different orbs.
It is. It's like,
Independent
look
of
at
one
that.
another.
Now it's 3.
Yeah, you're right.
There is 3.
It's there.
It actually
It
works.
is. It's
Yeah, it
working.
looks like...
I can't get the movement the same. I have to, like, keep it out of line. Otherwise, this happens. See how it does that?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in the video. You know what? The motion is just not right. It's the pattern that I'm having the problem with. If it's flaring, that's not what we saw in the video. The laser in the glass, it's got similarities to the video. Thing is, we just can't nail the movement down. We can't get that pattern to replicate what we had in Just Video. I think we should just move on to the next experiment. I want to get the balloons out. All right, grab that toolbox. We have just enough time to set this up, so let's jump on this. We have 6 balloons that inflate to 6 feet. The balloon is going to hoist the lamp, like this. Once it's inflated, it'll be like that.
Okay.
There is a dimmer panel. That's it right there. It's standard dimmers, but we can turn each light on and off. Hopefully it'll look like hyper jumping, because one light will go off and the other one goes on the other side. We're gonna get the balloons inflated one by one. You guys are gonna send them up. Another person is gonna be like you, is gonna be controlling the lights, turn them on and off. I'll be at the vantage point. And if it's the right point in the horizon, and I'm seeing it, and I'm taping it, and it looks similar to Jeff's video, we've got a possible explanation.
Are you ready?
I think that's 6 feet. So the zip tie is going to fasten.
It's going to go on the neck itself.
I can see your hand
nice
shaking.
Tight, don't catch a finger. Okay, now we're going to attach the lantern.
Okay.
So it's going to go here. All right, very good. We have a lot of work to do. We've got a lot more wiring. We've got to find our position in the field. We've got to jump on the controller after we get this thing wired up. Okay?
Snap that together and pull tighter. And so we have 6 spools, all of them 500 feet, that we're going to be able to lift up over that horizon.
I'm going to head over to the vantage point because when I look at the video, it was right above the horizons where the lights were. We're hoping that these balloons will disappear against the darkened sky, and I will only see the lanterns that the balloons have hoisted up. Fortunately, I have Jeff's original camera, and I'll be able to record using his exact camera that he used to record in 2005.
The balloons are set in the same pattern as we saw with all the orb lights. All right, let's go. We got master control, and when we get the okay, we'll turn these guys on.
That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Looking good. Hey guys, heads up. The ambient lighting is just about where it was on Jeff's video. The lighting is good for the next probably 3 minutes. Begin hyper jump. Begin hyper jump. Go.
Hey, Bill, are you seeing UFO magic up there?
Actually, it's looking really good. Team, I think we can conclude this phase of the experiment. We just launched the balloons. It looked okay, but it wasn't exactly the same as Jeff's original video. It's time for us to do a nighttime investigation. We're going to put some cameras on the ground as well as one pointing at the sky. We hope to catch something as it happens or find some trace evidence. Jalan, Larry, excellent work. This is the spot that all the reports about the UFO activity have been centered around. We've got the 4 IR cameras set up. We're covering the whole mountain range. You're going to stay here and monitor all the video, so keep your eyes on the screens. If you see something, you got to let us know. Some of the videos, it seems like the crafts have been coming low, or in the cases where they feel that flares have fallen, perhaps contact with the ground. So we're going to go look for trace evidence.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's make this count.
All right.
I'm hearing something over there. Did you hear that? Larry, have you seen anything at all in the cameras?
As of right now, I mean, I see the star in the sky here. No sign of anything unusual.
I cannot see anything.
There's something unsettling about the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Shine your light over there. That's the second time I've heard something. I am hearing something over there. Bill DeLarry, keep your eyes peeled for the left side of the mountain range, please. We keep hearing some sort of movement out here.
What is it exactly that you're hearing?
It's kind of like maybe like a low humming noise and then a thump.
I'm looking at the camera that you're in front of right now, camera 1.
I cannot see anything in the sky. As for the ground, my vantage point is
very limited. I cannot see anything.
So the closer we get to this mountain range, the more we're hearing this humming sound and these thuds.
Oh! I didn't enjoy that sound.
Bill, come in. I've been looking at a star in the sky for a while now, but it's moving. It's definitely not a star. It's going up and down, back and forth. Look up there. Bill, come in. I've been looking at a star in the sky for a while now, but it's moving. It's definitely not a star. It's going up and down, back and forth. Look up there. Just to make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing.
We do. We see it with the naked eye right here. No camera lens, no zoom, nothing. We can see it. I don't know what this is.
Oh my God!
It's moving back and forth, very erratic for any light in the sky. It's definitely not a satellite.
It's moving almost away from us. It's gone. At first, it was moving at such a steady pace that I really did think it was a satellite. But now in watching it, it did then cut left, and now it's going right again. That's not how a satellite's just go in orbit. It's not a star, it's not a planet.
Not if it's moving at that pace.
I don't know of any aircraft that moves in a zigzag.
So we've been out here for hours. I mean, we finally have been able to capture something. It hasn't been on the ground like they were hoping. It's actually been in the sky. This is more than I could have asked for. I think it's more than any of us could ask for.
We've witnessed some lights in the sky that defy explanation. At this time of the night, there shouldn't be any planes in the area that we know of. And the movement of these lights are different from any satellites or objects in the sky that we know of. We need to get back to the Situation Room and examine the video we've captured to try to decide what it is.
We had an interview with Jeff Willis. We took the recording and had it analyzed with the same technology used by law enforcement agencies. So I'm actually going to pull up the results of that, and I want you guys to take a look.
If they did hoax it, I would like to know how they did it, because I have no idea how that could be done.
So as you can see here, it says truth. He's obviously telling us that this is the most compelling evidence he has seen or recorded.
With some great video evidence to inspire us, we had a couple of experiments that we had hopes for. One of them was the laser experiment. It looked good, but it didn't work, couldn't get the motion. We moved on to balloons with electric lanterns, and although we were able to get the motion, we couldn't get the altitude. That wasn't convincing either. Now, since it was nighttime, we realized we were going to just hunker down and conduct a nighttime investigation. It was during this nighttime investigation, we had hoped that we could find maybe some trace evidence or record something ourselves, and it was then we caught something in the sky.
You caught something on tape?
I believe if you take a look at the clip we have queued, you'll see for yourself.
All right, let's see what you got.
Whoa! Look at that speed.
That thing is hauling.
You sure that's not like a helicopter?
It was completely silent. It's moving far too fast to be an aircraft of any sort that we know of, and it's definitely not a satellite. Satellites, sometimes you can see with the naked eye, but they move very slow across the sky.
It was going in one direction, you were watching it, and all of a sudden it just would cut back in the other direction. I mean, especially at that velocity, like Bill said, I don't know of any aircraft that's capable of doing something like that.
The simple speed of this thing made it where we can only say that there's mysterious UFOs over the sky of Arizona, and we happen to get it on tape.
So what do you guys think?
Well, it looks to me like this place is a hotbed of paranormal activity.
We couldn't replicate the original video, and we caught something on camera we can't identify.
This video breathes new life into the notion that there is UFO activity over Phoenix.
We can all see that it's a flying object that's unidentifiable.
There's something out there. We don't know what it is.
You did some great experiments, and you contributed to this phenomenon of the Phoenix Lights and exploring what is going on there. Really great job, guys.